Hello everybody, welcome back to Endless Space 2. We're continuing right from where we left off last time on turn 11, and I think we'll play for a while, maybe do 10, 15 turns, kind of depending on how fast they go for today. So let's see what happens. I've got my scout ship heading back down to explore down here. Otherwise, we're just kind of waiting on some stuff to finish. We've got... Oop! Some pirates showed up on Janus, so we want to go try and wipe them out if we can, because otherwise they're going to start harassing us, which is no good. So one more turn and we're going to finish our research and our building here. Alright, we can now build these two hulls. One of them is a protector, one of them is an attacker. They're a little bigger than my scout ship, so that is good. Let me see, what else do we want to do? Looking over here at Wyrix. We can colonize it, and it has Hyperium, which is a strategic resource, an important one to have here at the beginning, but right now we don't have the technology to actually get at it, so maybe we should get that one, which is plasma metallurgy. I'll just take 4 turns, and then once we've colonized there, we'll be able to extract it. You can see that our new options are here. We've got our new types of ships. We've got our farms and whatnot that we researched earlier. So we should probably start doing some ships, I think. They're going to take 2 turns each right now. Before we build any of that, let's go to military and let's edit these ships a bit because, well, I'll show you. So let's go to the Corvette. This is our attack ship that we just learned. And you can customize all the modules, which I showed you briefly last time, but we'll go into it a little more in depth today. It is fun, for me at least. So let's take all these off. So you can see the little symbol inside each module slot shows what can be in there. So we've got like weapons, defenses, this one can be one or the other, and then a module which is, some other kind of boosting effect, either like ship speed or, it could be like a fleet-wide bonus. Right now we just have like movement, speed, and then the ability to carry more manpower. I guess if you wanted to take it to go invade a place, they could take more people for the army, right? So this is our Corvette, our attacker type ship. It gets a bonus for damage bonus to weapons. So let's load it up with as many weapons as we can. We start out with 4 different kinds of weapons. There's ion torpedoes that do a good amount of damage, but the torpedoes can be shot down by basic slugs, which also do okay damage, but they can actually shoot down missiles. So if the enemies are using these slugs, the torpedoes aren't going to do very much. Then we've got like 2 different kinds of lasers. The opal laser, which is, you can see on the range down there, it's good at medium range and okay at the other ones. And then the plasma beam is really good at all ranges, but its damage is quite low. So, I think we're probably going to be getting in close. Maybe we could mix it up too, We've got 3 slots, like why not? Why not? Let's mix it up. Let's try and mix it up. I haven't really done this before, but let's see how it goes. A little bit of one of each. So we've got some torpedoes, which if they can hit, will do great damage. We've got a weapon that's better as close as possible, but it's okay at medium range. And then a laser that is best at medium, and it's okay when we get close. So hopefully as long as we stay between, close and medium range, we'll be doing... Well, no, that doesn't make sense, because the torpedoes are actually better the farther away we are. That's not good. Never mind. Let's do... I'm going to keep the opal laser on here, but we're going to do 2 slugs, because we're going to get in close and try and shoot them to pieces with that. And then we'll keep the lasers on there, because if they, for instance, build their ships with lots of armor and plating to keep these slugs out, the laser will still get in there. So we'll try that for now. Defense-wise, let's throw on just some armor plating. Gives us a little more health as well. And then for our module, we'll do movement. So we've just changed the design of that ship, and now when we build them, they will be built like that. The other one that we researched is this escort style, which is more defensive. It gets a defense bonus. So instead of doing weapons, let's load it up with defenses. Let's put on lots of plating, because I think the pirates will be using guns. You know, if not, we can go back and change it. We'll give them. Let's give them torpedoes, just for fun. They've got one weapon slot. Let's just mix it up. Give them some torpedoes, and then for their module, we'll give them movement as well. So those are the new designs. Also, I know I didn't mention it in the first video, but while I love this game and think it's really cool, I wouldn't call myself an expert. I know how everything works, but you know, if you're someone who has played a lot of this game and you think, man, this guy's decisions don't make any sense, you're probably right. I just go with my gut feeling mostly. We'll see how it goes. Right, so let's start building some stuff. So let's do a settler real quick to go take Wyrix, get that started, and then we're going to build some military ships, and that's going to be 3 corvettes and an escort. And hopefully that'll keep us safe for a while. We're getting close to finishing our quest of stockpiling 600 dust. Just, I think, 2 more turns will do it. Aha! Alright, so here's the result of our choice. Dust buys armies, builds fleets, and gets tongues waggling. The rebel outpost fell easily. You named it Traitor's Reach as a warning to others. The biggest shock, however, was the identity of the rebel leader. Your sister, Lena, wasn't blessed with only one child, Victoria. She had another, an identical twin, Julinka. Oh, who saw that coming? So anyway, we completed the quest. We got a free outpost, which is nice. And now a cooperative quest has started. Trying to find the Academy. The Academy is a mysterious place where all of these heroes come from. I assume Dimitri came from there as well, so shouldn't he know where it is? He should just tell me. Anyway, we're trying to find it by exploring atmospheric curiosities. It's a cooperative quest, so everyone in the game is just got the same quest. And whoever does the most work on it will get better and better rewards, so I guess we should start looking for some atmospheric curiosities. Oh, and here is part 2 of our rebellious quest line. So, it sounds like we caught Julinka. And now, come on, there we go. Keep writing, I want to see what we need to do. Right, so we have to choose the Emperor-elect. We have to choose who will take over for us when we step down. We have 3 options. Hadrilenko, who is with the Sheridan, who I think is like a military group within the Empire. I think he's also the Emperor's bodyguard. So if we pick to name him as the Emperor-elect, we build a very powerful ship, and then we will get Hadri as a hero. We can pick Lena, our sister, where if we can get it where we produce 150 dust per turn, which we are far off from at the moment, we'll get Lena, who is a religious counselor. She'd probably be a good governor. And then there's the science route, or if we produce at least 70 science per turn, we'll get Petra Mandzukic, who is a scientist. I've done Hadri a lot. Do I want Lena? I don't know if I've done her before. But also the story of the quest makes it sound like she might not like you very much, so maybe that's part of the reason. Let's actually do Hadrilenko. I want to have a fighting hero as well. I like Hadri, he's cool. So we need to build a ship with at least 142 offensive military power to get him. And what does our Corvette? 111. Not quite there. So we'll need to get some better weapons on that as well. Okay. We finished our settler, so let's bring it out, and we're going to fly right over to Wyrix and colonize it. We've gotten Trader's Reach, so that's going to start colonizing. There's no real way from it to any of our other planets at the moment, but we will get there. They've taken a political survey. It's about the same as before, but actually the ecologists have gained a foothold. That's very interesting. Aha! Cancer is up and running. There you go. Now it looks just like Gaikon. We have our colonized planet, other planets in the system. Lots of curiosities here. 2 atmospheric. I should actually grab those for the quest, right? So this is our patrol ship. I want you to go there and scan those guys. And just like usual, I always basically start with drone networks and then cerebral reality, because that gives our 4 main resources a 10 and a 15-point boost right off, which is a pretty good way to start before you start looking at the other buildings. You don't have to do that, of course. They're just kind of the fastest ones to do. Okay, we've learned plasma metallurgy, so once we've colonized Wyrix, we can start gathering Hyperium. Let me pick a technology here, and then we'll talk about strategic resources. What do we want to get? We could do a science boost, you know, some more colonization. I think I'm going to do xenology, because that unlocks the Academy Embassy, which I can build, and it'll let us unlock new heroes more quickly, because heroes are fun. And it'll also let us specialize planets so that they produce more influence, which again is good for the Empire. So let's start with that. Yeah, now I wanted to talk about strategic resources. You can see them up here. There's 6. At the beginning of the game, really only these first 2 are available, but eventually we'll move on to these 2 and then the final 2. So once we've colonized Wyrix, we will start getting Hyperium every turn. There's titanium up here, but we can't live there at the moment. And basically, as we go up in technology, certain things we'll be able to build will take one of those resources. So if you look at, say, this is just an easy example, looking up here at the military tree. If we research high energy magnetics, we'll be able to build ships with the titanium shrapnel module. But if you want to put that on a ship and then build that ship, you have to spend titanium on it. That's why it's blue. Moving up to the next route here, you know, we can make these improved torpedoes or these improved guns, but you're going to need to spend titanium to build them. And then likewise, these improved laser weapons, you're going to need Hyperium. And then you can see we've got the red and the orange resource here, and then the purple and the green. And it's not just weapons, there's some buildings as well that you'll need those resources. So securing them can definitely be helpful. It'll let us use more advanced things, build some advanced buildings. So yeah, I'm going to try and jump on that as fast as I can. Now, we have arrived here, and before we move on, I want to scan some of these atmospheric curiosities, because that will help us get some rewards in that quest. Atmospheric. What do we find? An anomaly on this planet. It's a talking world. By the way, I'm not obviously reading all of the text in this game, because basically every building, every technology, every choice you make has like flavor text on it, and it's all very interesting to read. And so if you do play this game, I would definitely recommend checking it out, because it makes everything more immersive. But I'm definitely not going to read it all to you on here, because that would take way too long. But basically, we found on this planet that it's got some sort of weird radio wave transmission, I guess. And you can see it's beneficial. It makes people living on this planet happier and have more influence, so that's good. And we got more experience. Ooh, and we found a new event. Your crew follows a mysterious electromagnetic ping all the way to its source, a half-buried control center in the overgrown ruins of one of the system's planets. A quick raid of the surprisingly modern computer system reveals a detailed map of the constellation. Nice. So we learn basically about Aquarius and Phagis, an artificial star system. That's weird. What is this place? An artificial star. I don't know if I've seen that before. That's kind of cool. Let's scan one more atmosphere because I saw there was another one. Here. Alright. This planet has high gravity, which is bad. You can see nobody likes living there. And we got more experience, so that's good to know about before, we move there. And we're like, oh no, this planet sucks. Gravity's way too high. We got ships building. New event, Slingshot. So this isn't a quest, it's just something that happens and we actually have to make a choice. Oh no, this is our colonization ship. They enter the Wyrix system when a belt of rocks circling one of the planets starts to peel off and head towards you on a carefully calibrated collision course. Unfortunately, a course change is impossible, so we can study the rock that's about to smash into us, which will lower our fleet health, or we can destroy the rock, which will slow our ship down. I'm going to hit study because I know this is our colonization ship, and so its health doesn't really matter because as soon as I reach the system, I'm going to turn it into an outpost, right? So I don't care if it loses health. I just don't want it to slow down. Okay, this is just saying that there was a special kind of mini achievement to search a bunch of curiosities, and somebody else did it before us. I'm not too surprised. That'll probably happen a lot of times. Nice. Together, the four of us playing searched 5 curiosities, and since we did those 2 this turn, we actually we tied for first place. So we got 150 dust, 60 influence, and 30 Hyperium. That is pretty good reward. New competitive quest. Explore the 3 indicated systems with the fleet in order to find the Academy and visit its leader. This one I never do very well on because we can see the general location of the systems where we want to search. They're all way over here. We don't even have a way to get there. So if there's another player who's nearby, they're going to find him. So it kind of sucks, but I'm not going to worry about it that much. Let's colonize Wyrix. A tiny forest planet. Getting Hyperium and mushrooms. Okay, so you can see the colony is going to show up in 18 turns. I think it used to be 24, right? And we're getting a boost to outposts. Oh, right, because of our law that we put on, right? New colony. Plus 20% food on outposts. So they're gaining food for population more quickly than they used to. We could also boost it with these other things. Do I want to do that? I don't know if we really have to. I'm okay waiting. It shouldn't really be under threat except by those pirates, but we've got a fleet on the way. We also got a notification that we got more Imperials on Gaikon. I guess this is a good time to talk about the different populations. If you play Civilization, and I'm using that as an example because I know it pretty well, and it's probably the most popular game of this type, so if you've played any of these type of games, Civilization is a good bet for what you've played. In that game, your cities produce food every turn, and once you've reached enough food, you get another, population, and they work one of the tiles or whatever. But all the population is basically the same. You just want to get a lot of it. In this game, there are different species that can live on your planets. So you can see that we actually have 3 Imperials who all give us more influence. And then we also have 1 unit of Yusho, a different species, and they like war, apparently, and they also give us more defensive capacity. So they're kind of defenders on this planet. If someone were to invade us, they would boost our defense power, whereas the Imperials don't do that. All they do is give us more influence. So you can actually move these between planets, if that makes sense. If the Yusho preferred to live on a toxic planet for some reason, we could eventually move them over there, and maybe they'd be happier or produce more. So it said that we just got an increase in Imperials, so some more Imperials showed up. And over here there's a little information. I have not gotten too deep into this, but basically it looks like in 21 turns we're going to get another population, and it should be Yusho instead of Imperials. Everyone's happy? Good. Anyway, I thought I'd just cover that really quick. Oh, this is part 2 of our slingshot event. Science pays. Alright, this is because we decided to study that rock instead of destroying it. Our colonies get 15 industry for 10 turns, and all of the industrialists are happier, basically, for 20 turns. So that was nice. Nothing wrong with that at all. Dimitri leveled up. So we'll do our second point here and get more industry and food. Still working on the ships. We've discovered a new minor civilization, the Nearus. Let's take a look at them. So I think, yep, our scout ran into them down here. So this is not another player. It's just like it's a small civilization. These people, these aliens just live on this planet, and we've run into them. You can interact with them in a couple of ways. You can declare war on them and just try to destroy them. What we're going to do is use influence to praise them and say, hey, nice to meet you. Glad you guys are here. Looking good. And if they like us enough, we will be able to complete a quest for them and then integrate them into our empire. And I like the sound of that, so we'll give it a try. We've explored 20% of the galaxy, so this is roughly a fifth of the map. And we'll have our scout. Is there anything to scan around here? The baton system looks hot. Let's scan this curiosity while we're here. The other thing you can do with probes, which I haven't done, is just send them off in a direction in space to kind of search for things. I haven't done that yet because I've been trying to find all these curiosities, but it's definitely an option. Let's see. I know we've been playing for a bit here. Let's see if we can do like 5 more turns really quick for today. Maybe get our fleet almost ready to go. Oh, it's election time. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Elections come up every once in a while. I don't know if there's a specific number of turns or what, but it's kind of a cool addition that I like in this game. As if that wasn't clear, I like pretty much everything in this game. So there are 6 political parties. We are, of course, familiar with the industrialists. That's where Dimitri's from. There's also the militarists, which the Empire likes. We like our wars. There's 4 others. There's the religious community, the ecologists, the scientists, and the pacifists. And so, depending on what you do, what you build, if you're at war with people, if you do lots of diplomacy, depending on your actions, support for one of these parties will go up or down. And then every once in a while you have an election where everybody in your systems votes. Or not, depending on your government. If you are an autocracy, I think you just choose which party wins, but in this case, I think we're a federation, so they do get to vote. So right here, we can pick who we support, and I think it gives a little boost to them, basically. So if there's one that you want to have in power, you can go for them. It doesn't mean they'll necessarily win, but it could give them a little edge. I like Dimitri. I'm gonna go ahead and support them. No problem with that. Official support. Does it say what it does? Provides a small boost. Yeah. We also, if we had a little more influence, we could intimidate citizens into voting for who we want, which we're not going to do, but we could. So I'm just going to say we're supporting the industrialists, and then we see how everybody votes. There, we only have 2 systems, so it was pretty clear cut. The industrialists won by a lot. Actually, the religious party got some votes, and the militarists really didn't. So it's now Dimitri and then the religious people. You can see that their influence has grown a bit here, and as that goes up, as they keep getting re-elected, you unlock more and more laws for that party. So we've unlocked a new industrial law, Mineral Misers Act, which makes us get more strategic resources like that Hyperium. And for systems with strategic deposits, there's more industry there. So if we want to enact that law, we'll get those effects. And then we've also unlocked this religious law, which would make us get more dust for the Imperials in our civilization, not the Yusho, just the Imperials, I think. And only your starting population can increase. So it's very much a how do you want to say? Let's just say that we're experiencing a lot of this type of thinking in this country today. It's that sort of thing, and we will not be enacting that law. Thank you very much. Yeah. So everything else stays here. I wonder why the militarists lost support when we are actively building ships. That usually boosts them. I don't really know where the religious party came from. Did we do something very religious? I don't know. Our escort will be done next turn, and that should be the end of our fleet for now. Oh, and we reached Ebony, and that's the end of this. So this is the whole galaxy as far as we can see right now. We can't leave these lines until we do certain technologies, so maybe that will be the next goal. So let's have our patrol head back up here to Cancer for now, just to kind of be a kind of a patrol right there, you know, in case these guys get really aggressive, which I don't even know if they can do that. Just keep somebody there to be safe, right? Nothing wrong with that. Alright, we finished the xenology. I am noticing that... Oh, we unlocked some new technologies. Our dust production is now negative. Oh yeah, a big hit from military upkeep. All the ships we built are costing us dust, so we're going to start losing money. So maybe for the next research we should go over here and try to increase our dust production. Let's do Astro Finance. Okay, our fleet is ready. Right now we only have the capacity for 4 command points in a fleet, which is just 4 of these small ships. We'll get bigger later, but that's it for now. We're going to have them go hang out with these pirates. And on Gaikon, let's colonize this jungle. Yeah, so 2 turns, and then we will have people living on Gaikon 1. Now, we don't have to build buildings on each planet separately. They're system-wide. So, like, the drone network that we built first is going to apply to this new planet as well. We don't have to build it again. We're gonna settle there. We could then move people over if we wanted. And then what do we want to do? Let's do sustainable farms. Get some more food going there. Alright, let's just do a couple more and then we'll call it a day. Somebody found the academy. Not me, though. and I got some dust for that. That's nice. I didn't put any work into that quest. Alright. Well, we've got a fleet on the way to the pirates. Pirates are active over there. We've found all the systems in our immediate area. And that's about it for now. So we played another 15 turns or so. I think that's a good place to stop for now. If you are keeping up with this series, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it. Even if you don't, I'm having a good time, so that's what really matters, right? Anyway, I'll see you next time. We'll go take the fight to those pirates. Bye.